Listen, it's on site. It's on site. They almost banned me. Okay, this is so not going to be the thing that I want. And today I'm going to talk about it as well. Now, before I start the video, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and like the content and share it with someone around you. You know, there's always an artist, collector, or an art lover near you. Let's start the video.
Sloterdijk en heeft u wel de gelegenheid om een roltrap of een lift te nemen naar Schiphol. Ik herhaal zo dadelijk station Zaandam. Reizigers die graag naar Sloterdijk willen en gebruik willen maken van een lift of roltrap, wil ik u verzoeken hier over te stappen. De trein naar Amsterdam Centraal en Amsterdam. Now, technically, I have not been banned. No, it's not. I'm not misleading you. No, 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 no. I just dramatized it a little bit. I just added a little bit of drama to it. No, but they definitely have limited my social media pages, which is not any better, to say the least. For the last couple of months, I've noticed that the engagement on Instagram and Facebook have been considerably low. And that is due to the fact that my paintings, mosaic, that you see standing here on the shelf, and later on you will see the painting transition, both depict, according to Meta, sexual images that portray sexual acts and or sexual body parts, such as booties and boobies and nipples. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And let me just add to that. Meta says the only reason why breasts and nipples may be shown if they are related to the information about breastfeeding. Now I'm going to ask you the following question. What act or activity can entities like governments, corporations, organizations use to control a narrative, to prohibit pictures, images, theories, books, literature, art, or even propagate certain beliefs about morality, fairness, equality, and even influence a whole nation or a group of people? It's a good question, huh? Let's talk about that one. And at the end of this video, you might will come to what that particular activity is.
Okay, so we're back again in the studio. The way that it makes me feel as an artist is, I can't even describe it, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, keep it all 100, all the way. I feel frustrated by the process. In the paintings, nudity is being used as a forum where somebody can show clarity, transparency. It's a way of, just finding the freedom and determining your own story. You can go to the website. There you will find the paintings, transition and mosaic, and what it means. I've, really detailed it to the last punctuation into the story. So what is irritating for me, frustrating, how women, not just art, but also how women are being censored. What parts of my body are considered to be sexual? What position is being considered to be a sexual act? Listen to that. If you seriously are not starting to think like, wait a minute, so Facebook, Meta is here to come and tell me what my body represents as a woman, what my breasts represent as a woman, and what function they have, then we are up for something. And for the longest, for years, women's bodies have been censored. For the longest, women's body have been sexualized. And still, through social media, through art, people still find their ways to put their gnarled fingers, in the words of Cat Williams, into people's art, into my presentation, into how I want to show other women how they can free themselves from beliefs, stigmas, isms, gaze, fetishism, moral beliefs, all those structures and guidelines and rules that limit you when it comes to womanhood and being a human being on this floating rock. The whole censorship now proves why art like that is necessary. That whole censorship now proves my point that I'm making with the paintings. This whole censorship proves why it is so important to tell stories authentically. Because when censorship is being used for political reasons or based on moral beliefs of what is being seen as moral and what is being seen as immoral, what is being seen as sexual or what is not being seen as sexual, when you
use censorship in such a way, you indirectly influence how people get to see the truth. You indirectly influence what the story is, not the narrative, but what the story is, because the narrative is there. It's very abstract. We all cannot see it, but the story is being influenced by that, and I refuse to have that happen. Now I have a couple of decisions that I have to make. I can take them from, Facebook. I can take them from Instagram, take them completely off, and only show them on my website. There's no censorship on my website. Nobody can tell me that I need to take them down on my website. It makes it really hard for me to take it seriously. It costs me a lot of time and effort to find a way to show myself as an artist in this way, because I want to create more work like this. I do. This has been, for me personally, such a liberation in how I view myself and how I view womanhood. And I also want to show that to women, specifically Black women, Indigenous women, as well. Like, it's okay for you to see the sensuality of life and to embrace that as well, which Mosaic shows. It's okay to be transparent about your transition, how you move from one being into the next level of a being. What's being shown in Transition and Mosaic, they both show that. What it also shows me is the policing, right? It's the policing of women's bodies in general. Something or some organization is telling me how I need to use it or express it. The fuck is that about? It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But then again, this has been part of history for the longest, for ages. In many ways, it is okay for people to censor artists and therefore control the story that's being told, the visual that's being seen and shown to people, what is okay, what is not okay. But on the other hand, last week I was talking about the fact how Black bodies are being fetishized and who gets to have control over how Black bodies are being shown. I talked about it literally last week. Okay? I can also make a decision to say paintings like this I do not show on social media, and other paintings I do show on social media. But here's where I have a problem with that. There is a problem that I have with that, and it's the following. There is a thing or an organization or a company that is dictating what I get to show and what I do not get to show. I understand that they have a responsibility to make a distinction between what is appropriate, but you cannot tell me that anything on this art piece is being seen as inappropriate. It doesn't fall within the guidelines, but who says that the guidelines are correct in this case? Because in the past there have been a lot of rules and regulations made by entities to control, to manipulate, and to take over power from people, over people. It has been done for ages. It is discouraging. Because as an artist, to find a way to get your work out there and find it in a way that you're not breaking the bank, but you do want to you have to put yourself out there to be seen, right? I don't have a huge line of galleries standing in front of my door saying, well, we want to have your art. That's why I'm making all of these steps to do that, to make myself public. That's why I go so far in this. That's why I'm so devoted to this, to make myself seen. And I don't like it.
Oh, yeah. The answer is back here in the studio, and I got some items out of my store, some artsy goodies. Now, in my art shop, I have the original art prints and also some artsy goodies. That's how I like to call them, artsy goodies.
And these are actually items that you can use in your everyday life. These are notebooks, t-shirts, stationery, etc., etc., accessories, great things that you can use. So here I ordered two samples. One is a tote bag and the other one is a notebook. I love the tote bag. I've been using it now a couple of times and I absolutely love the tote bag. She is tantalizing. Okay, so if you got a weak heart, this is not for you. But I do have different designs from my artworks on tote bags. So you can definitely choose another one if this is a little bit spicy for you. Not everybody can handle it. And the other one is a notebook. It's like a, pretty standard notebook, but I just love the vibrancy of the notebook. It's such a stand out. So for those who want to know how to get my art, and maybe you're looking for something else that might be in your budget, in your price region, these two items are definitely worthwhile to take. So go over to the website and get you some of these goodies.